Well, July is here, and that means it's a wrap on June, and that puts us at the halfway point for the year as a whole.
It's the partnership. It's being able to pick up the phone and directly speaking to my account rep, Daniel Colino. Open lines of communication, just letting me know what's happening, what's trending out there. With this integration and with these partnerships, we're able to know the status, the health of our fleet, how many vehicles we need to replace, do we need to sell them sooner, do we need to hold on to them, what the equity is. It allows us to not only plan for today, but it allows us to plan and prepare for the future.
If you watch my other videos, I'm sure that you've seen that this year has been flying by for me. I don't know if it is for the rest of you, but I can't believe that we're at the halfway point. Of course, GFX made June extra busy, but it's busy year-round because events are a big part of what we do at Government Fleet when it comes to the Government Fleet Expo Conference. But either way, somehow GFX came and went, and now we're already planning for 2027. But what I'm here to talk about today is the content that stood out, things that we wrote about, did videos on, etc. in the month of June. So of course, with GFX, as you all know, if you've been looking at our news items, if you've been looking at social media, etc., it's of course been all about GFX, about our winners, about the sessions, about what's just been happening at the event itself. So to start off, of course, we have all of our winners, which is always a big deal. These applications that fleets go through are no easy task. So if you're watching and you haven't filled out a Leading Fleets application, I'd say just take a look at it. I was talking to a few fleets a couple weeks ago just about the application and how you can use it as a metric for your fleet, even if you don't submit. It's just a great gauge to have. But it's just really nice to have as far as that goes. But it's a process, and we always want to make sure that those winners are highlighted. Of course, the other awards that we wrote about are the Police Fleet Innovators. We have our Hall of Fame. We have our Public Sector Fleet Manager of the Year winner, as well as the finalist. We have the Legendary Lifetime Achievement Award winner, and we have our Elite Fleets, and as well, not exactly an award, but a certification that has been brought on is the CFMO program certification, which we covered as well. So a lot going on, a lot of fleets and individuals that were recognized and of course very much deserve to be recognized. We also covered what happened at GFX just in general. Again, for people who are there or not there, it's kind of nice to have something to look back on. One of my favorite things to look back on are the photos. So if you are at GFX, you for sure notice our photographers and videographers running and walking around, snapping photos, taking videos. We also had people doing it for social media. So it's a very busy time as far as just capturing those moments as they are. Again, the event, it can fly by pretty easily. And, you're going into sessions, you're doing the award ceremony, all these different things. And by the time you're done, you're like, oh, I wish I could remember A, B, and C. And so I love we get a full list of photos back. And again, we can't share all the hundreds and hundreds of photos that there are. But I love going back there because I kind of get to reminisce on, oh, this moment or that moment, or just, maybe even some funny moments. I think those are some of my favorites. I love when I get caught in one and I'm making a weird face, or I'm talking to somebody and I'm going, what were we talking about? And then trying to go, oh, okay, yeah, we were talking about this random thing. But I love getting to look back on those. But again, we have our photo galleries for that. So I highly suggest just going back through those and looking at them, and don't even stop at 2026. Look back on our photo galleries from the past years as well. But we are sticking with June, so I'm not going to get off topic, but if you can't tell, I do love our photos, and we have more video coming out as well. In addition to all of the GFX event coverage, we did cover other things, but I'm not going to highlight everything because then we would be here forever. And as I know, you guys value your time, and I want to be short and sweet with it. So in addition to all of our GFX event coverage, we also had some articles that focused on government fleets, of course, and how fleets are specifically turning connected vehicle data into practical decisions. So, how these fleets are using connected technology to improve visibility, but also looking at the bigger challenge, which is building the processes to act on that information and see what it provides. So, I actually had spoken to several different fleets up in Chicago and getting to see basically how they started from square one in several areas and then worked their way up to where they are now. So it's a good read as far as case studies go. And if you're looking to do something similar, and just having that on hand to have a type of guidebook as well. Another story that we focused on was the FleetGap Initiative, and that is this initiative about transitioning individuals from the military to civilian fleet roles. So, FleetGap, if you haven't heard about it, it is a program that's working to build that missing bridge between service members preparing for civilian careers and fleet employers facing workforce shortages. It's a great program that's happening, and I think it's one of those things that you definitely want to keep an eye on. We talk a lot about the workforce challenges that are within this industry, and this is one of those areas that's trying to help that. But again, it's not just helping fleets; it's helping those individuals who are trying to find roles for themselves and who are very skilled, but just need that bridge to connect them with the right fleet. So we have some great links that can help you as far as next steps and information, but it's just a good read overall as far as understanding where one sector of this industry is at and some of the areas that individuals are looking to go into, and really just trying to address some needs overall. And finally, one other article I wanted to highlight was covering work orders and how they're more than records. They're a roadmap to fleet availability. The idea is, what if your work orders could predict failures, uncover hidden costs, and boost fleet availability? And the point is to have a guidebook again as to how fleets are using the data that they're getting in. Just another piece that you can use as an outline for your own fleet and your operations to help you moving forward with all of the things that you're working on. That's just a snapshot of June. Again, very GFX heavy, but GFX is a big part of what we do here, and it's a big part of our fleet community. So keep an eye on those stories. We've got more GFX content coming out. So when I do another roundup at the end of July, I'll be talking more GFX. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Again, just lots to look forward to. So check out those articles. We've got links to them in the description. And if you want more content, make sure to visit governmentfleet.com. We'll see you next time.